watching, and now the band. We're here with Apostle. Apostle out of Atlanta. They just put out a phenomenal fucking album on Terminus Hate City. And it's a Splinter in the Infinite Noumenon. I probably said that wrong. Did I say it wrong?
We think that's how it's pronounced. We've heard Numenon, we've heard Nomenon. I'm sure
Should have.
somebody out there is saying Naumenon. Like I don't know. We've been
Phenomenon.
saying Numenon, but exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Numenon. So,
I
It's,
fucking love it.
yeah, I guess that's how.
it's
What
like
you're
a
So
saying,
super
that's the essence of Apostle, just that goofiness right there.
hell yeah. This is gonna work out great then, because this is all the time. Obviously, we fucking went deep and now we're goof already. This is good shit. In all seriousness, thank you guys very much for taking time out of your Sunday to come and
Oh
hang out and
man,
chat with me. I'm
thank
fucking,
you.
I'm super excited. Your dude at Terminus was like, hey, check these guys out. And first, I fucking love Lung Burner, dude. Like, I
yeah.
love,
Those are great guys.
yes,
Great
like,
guys.
Record to
so,
ripper.
yes, fucking Dogma crushes. I'm just like, hell yeah, guys. So that's kind of how I got connected with Terminus. And so he turned me on to you guys. And I kind of went back and I went through discography for you guys after I listened to the new EP. And I'm just like, holy fuck. Like,
Thank you, man. Thank you,
Yeah,
Tom.
thank you.
I
Definitely a
want to,
change.
I have to
Yeah.
experience this live. That is an absolute.
Are you local to Atlanta?
No, I'm in Louisville.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
that's not too far.
I guess we gotta come to Louisville then. Mike has family up in Fancy Farm, Kentucky, so
Well,
we'll
we're connected on the socials. Whatever I can do to help you get here, I will happily do. I've
oh
got some
man,
friends that throw
thank you.
shows, and I will tell you. Um, Usually, this doesn't come till the end. I'm like, hey, let's get you guys up here, blah blah blah. But so here, there's a dive bar called Mag Bar.
Hmm.
They do a Metal Monday about every Monday. It is a built-in crowd.
Awesome.
Like,
Awesome.
I've seen as little as like 40 people there. I've seen as many as 160 in this little 85 cap room.
Yeah,
Oh jeez.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I
Intimate.
love that.
Love it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we love intimate rooms.
So uh of course I'm reading about you guys, reading about the band, and you guys in 21 had a change. You went from a foursome to a trio.
Yeah, yeah, we did. It's
How
How many of you guys?
Yeah. Well, we kind of we were a foursome. Yeah, obviously at one point we were a trio briefly before the foursome, and then when we made the switch again from foursome to trio, I don't know. There's just something about the number three that just seems to work really well. Just like from a musical standpoint, and also just like a personality standpoint, like a camaraderie standpoint. Like we just, and it's probably because we've been playing music together for as long as we have. I mean, Mike and I have been playing music together for probably, I don't know, we'll just call it like 20 years at this point, maybe close to it.
It'll be 22
And
years at the end of this year.
yeah, long time. And then,
That's
Maurice,
so crazy.
with the timeline of the band, um, Maurice was in at the beginning, and then he took a leave of absence, and then he came back. And then when we went from the four piece to the three piece again with the three of us, just since then, we all have just grown so much closer as friends and as artists. And it's really just, I don't know, it's kind of the perfect formula, perfect number, perfect just space for all of our, quirks and strengths, and I don't want to call them weaknesses, but like we have a very, very positive relationship, the three of us. I think we're always trying to build each other up, and um, I don't know.
Stop
That's
smiling at me, bro.
I'm
I
just
know you're
smiling.
smiling at me.
I'm just smiling, period.
But no, as it relates to, not to cut you off, Evan, but as it
No,
relates
no,
to
you're all
like
good, dude.
going into, like the how we split from four, it was Cameron just had, our bassist who had started the band at the time. He just had, some other stuff going on with some other bands and stuff. And it was kind of time, just to like, take a chance on that stuff in his graphic design career and stuff, and kind of just left it to us to decide whether, we wanted to continue. And we just took it and ran with it. But yeah, through that, all of what Evan said for sure has just been like I don't know. Yeah, it's so weird to just like super improved our relationship, and just kind of made us all have to take up more, and just put what we put into the project itself. I say project, but it's like our life. But
Yeah.
yeah. So
Well, and it's funny how something like that can it obviously changes the dynamic within the band, but it's really good to hear that it has really improved the relationship the three of you have, because as I said, I listened through the discography and I feel like the new EP is like it's like this fucking godlight just opening up, going, oh, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like it's kind of the culmination of everything,
yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
the
Yeah, we
focal
wanted
point.
to
Yeah.
like when we did like first we just started playing shows as a three piece, like let's just play what we
Yeah.
can, like as
Just
a
grind.
three piece. And then when we started writing, we were like, okay, well, we've written songs before, but like we can evolve here if we want. So we kind of just with Liminal, like had a vision. We got with Fabio Rincones, who did the artwork for Liminal. He also did all the artwork for the new record. And he's been like incredible of like bringing our emotions to like a visual life. But especially with this new one, a Splinter, we were like very intentional. Like let's be very intentional about like we just life. We've all been going through life, and we had a rehearsal space that didn't have any air conditioning or airflow in it. And so in the Georgia summer when we're writing this record, like it was just miserable. Like it was the first time ever playing where I did not look forward to it. But I was aware that like this hatred of this heat is gonna go into these songs too. Like, and you're gonna feel that because you mentioned like seeing it live, like it's an experience for us, because it is very emotional. It's like a physical therapy thing, I would say. Uh,
It's like the old, it kind of strikes me as like the old, scream therapy, just fucking grab it and
Mm, hmm Or
Yeah.
like
yell.
a rage room or something, like
Yeah.
a musical rage room.
definitely.
Right. Utilize the circumstances for sure.
Right.
And
Channel it.
the winners were terrible too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so,
It's just totally exposed to the elements. I mean, and knowing Atlanta, it's like either one or the other. We have a couple of nice weeks that I guess could be considered spring and or fall, but
Same thing here. Like
largely it's either hot as heck or just,
cold, cold as shit. You're just like,
exactly
no. Yeah.
no in between. So yeah,
we sound like
elementally, I
Alaskan
guess
truckers.
that sort of like Mike was saying, um, I don't know how tangible it is, but I definitely feel like the the sweat portion of the blood, sweat, and tears of going into it is definitely palpable.
That's so funny. So when you guys were writing the Splinter, like what was that? I guess how do you guys typically write? Do you write together or does someone bring ideas in?
Kind of both. I mean,
Yeah.
we actually had started was the vision board was this one too, the big vision board. Yeah, we had like a marker board, and we would just like throw every single idea. Like all of us have our own separate notes pages that were like expansive, just like anything that you even think of, just at work, on the toilet, wherever it is, just like put it in there, and don't lose sight of it, and just keep it on, like, within the realm of awareness we all have together. And then a lot of times I might bring a riff, but most of the time it felt like things would kind of just happen at practice just because of how life was going outside of practice at the time. It kind of just would, we show up every week and it just happened, like you just keep doing it, and that's kind of like how it happened this time, except I guess from Liminal, personally, I had more of a, just from, finally starting to, gain my legs with writing and stuff like that. I started to notice, what ideas were worth like putting effort into and things like that. I don't know how the guys feel, but they would also feed into that. And it would kind of just be this like, but like by the time I would show them a riff, they would already have the parts written. It was like the crazy, like I'm telling you, these guys are like, they're not, no joke. Like I'm showing them the riff and like like I'm hearing what I had in my head within 3 minutes. So like there's a lot of trust that like comes out of that. You know what I mean? So for me, it feels like a blur. But yeah, you guys, what did you guys think?
I think it's collective. Like they're like I always try to like I don't want
Blur in
to
a good way.
like
Sorry.
Maurice has to be the only one that like writes riffs now because I play bass. So I'll try to always bring some things to just help expand. And then like to Maurice's point, like he'll bring a riff and like that's the thing with playing with Evan for so long. Like, man, I can just lock in with him. And now that like especially because in the first band Evan and I ever played in back in '04, I played bass. So as a rhythm section, we have the most time together. So I feel like if I catch a groove, he can immediately catch on to me.
He's right with that.
Like I mean, there's a lot of parts where it's just like I'm just flowing with him. Um, and he has such a unique style of drumming. Like he's like he loves jazz and black metal. And like I feel like that's the best way to explain how he drums is he brings those together. So there is a
I
lot
like
of
playing fast and I like playing
Weird.
colorfully, I guess you could say.
He plays a cursive.
it's incredible. But and it's like for his I'm gonna use the word random and like free forming as it can be when we're writing with the drums. I like know what he's gonna do. I've played with him so long that I can catch on pretty quick. And then Maurice will have like come to us, be like, I don't know about this, and me and Evan will be like, no, it's a ripper. We're gonna make a song out of it, and immediately just there's very there. I don't think there's
Every
been
single riff you hear, like
we're not like
Maurice
we're
just
gonna make it a song.
blew our minds. I mean,
Yeah,
he truly is like the painter with
Maybe,
just
maybe.
the color, like the colorscapes of the riffs and just the emotions that the riffs bring. Very, very impressionistic, very visceral.
That's
Um,
why I got to be on my P's and Q's because they be blowing smoke like that. You see?
it's dropping truth bombs.
but yeah, we always
Um,
I
look
appreciate
like
it.
planting seeds. We had the
yeah,
whiteboard. And we spent a week in October where we just got together every day and all right, we got to like start planting the seeds here because we got to start watering those seeds so they'll grow into something like that's like a visual like how we look at writing it's like we got to get some seeds and then we got to put those seeds in the soil but you got to pick which seeds you want so we got other things that
right.
we didn't feel like because as much as like we know in 2026 it's about making singles like you want to make content we're not a content band but we
That
know that it helps.
I, ho- I'm gonna. Here's what I'll say. There's a lot of ways to look at content,
Yeah,
and first, I'm with you. I'm not a singles person. When I listen to a band, it's not. I'm not like, oh, I want to hear these couple of songs. I'm like, I need to listen to this album, start to finish.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's just how I consume it. It doesn't matter if I'm streaming or putting a fucking record on or CD or whatever. That's just how it is. So I understand that. However, I also think that every time you guys put an album out, it's content,
yeah, right.
right?
I guess
Yeah,
date
like in the
content.
purest sense of the word. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Because like I just and for me, and I think all of us try to not be on social media a lot, but it's like you understand though that
Yeah.
that you have it's an avenue, like, and if you want people to hear your music, which that's ultimately what I would like, it's just people, I just want people to hear it, to relate to it. So, but yeah, like I still like making records. So there were things that we had written that were like, I just don't think it's gonna work on this like thought, like this one.
Right.
And
Some almost like a concept, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay, this piece doesn't fit. It'll fit somewhere else, just not right
Right.
now.
We'll
Yeah.
throw it back in, back into the fire, so to speak, and
And we have a
keep that ember, kind of rolling for something else.
it's like we have a like a master stock pot, and we just pull from that, and then this it just keeps simmering in the background. So we like they're like especially with Liminal, those ideas were like from a long time, like way before, that was like when probably before the previous record, I had like a lot of those ideas and stuff like that. So we're constantly like going back and forward,
I mean,
you know.
that's a good way to, in my mind, that's a good way to be, because just because an idea doesn't get used in this moment, it doesn't mean it's a garbage idea. It just means it
Hmm.
doesn't fit right now, right?
Right.
Like,
Right.
Yeah. Might need a
Yeah.
little bit more development, or, a different context.
Or
yeah,
I might have to develop enough for the idea. One of that's a school of thought I was listening to Earl Sweatshirt talk about one time is like he might make a beat and he might realize like verbally he's not at the level of the beat that he made, you know what I'm saying? So it's worth it sometimes to revisit it with like a fresh perspective, I think.
yeah.
Not to
Absolutely.
not
Yeah.
to not to ramble on about that, but you know what I mean.
Now it's the truth though, right? Like,
Yeah.
so there's you sometimes you hear, I always think of it in like terms of experiences, right? Like, oh, this could be a really cool idea, but I need to experience something first to finish the
Yeah,
thought process on
Hmm.
that, whatever
Hmm.
that is, right?
Yeah.
So
for sure.
The missing piece.
yeah, yeah, there's always something. So uh, we fucking started out really deep before the show really got rolling. So I do kind of want to revisit that. Mike had said that Maurice would expand on kind of the content within there we are, content. Um, within the album. So Maurice, are you good like talking about
Yeah, for sure.
that? Cool.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know where to start or where to begin, man. Um,
Wherever you
yeah,
want.
the central theme of the record is grief and like the life after that, and how exposing it is. We talked about in 2024, I lost my little brother. You talked about like losing yours, and he was 19. Um, and a couple months after that, 2 months after that, my fiance lost her mom, and then, or sorry, her dad, and then her mom, like 2 months after that, pretty much,
Wow.
and then my granddad after that. So it was just like a really tough year, and all of us were just kind of, yeah. It's just like you said, it's like weird, like that things come in like succession.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like the time, and you're just like, what, like why, well, like things were just, getting to a certain point in life, and that confusion, um, try like I've been through like a lot of loss before, so like navigating like a loss this deep was like really really challenging. But I think like my experience with loss before really helped me to have like a certain level of awareness to be able to know that if I just can focus on this, if I can just like get here every week, if I can just show up, if I can just do whatever, I want to do it for him because of like where he was at and where he pushed me, and what that did to like my family and like all of our, me and my girl, and uh like the relationship there. And it's this year is like really stripped a lot of fat, or sorry, these past few years have really stripped a lot of fat off of like the way I view myself, the way I view music. And I don't know, just there's been I'm like going through like a slideshow of like moments in life where it's just like it feels like some sort of like Tarantino movie or something like that, you know. So it I feel like we did a good job in that, you know. Guys, I'm losing my train of thought if somebody wants to take it from me. I'm like I'm getting I was it's like my birthday is coming up on Tuesday, so you know
Happy
those how
early birthday.
those landmark thank you, but those landmark moments kind of just, bring up those feelings and stuff.
Yeah.
So it
Uh, I 100% get it, right?
yeah,
Like, my wife and I will celebrate 10 years married here in a little over 2 weeks.
wow.
Yeah.
And
Congrats.
Congratulations.
thank you. So my little brother he stood up, with me at my wedding. So you have these landmarks, and especially someone like a brother or a parent or a grandparent, what do? You're like, fuck, this is really cool. I need to call, and you can't,
Yeah.
so you're like, fuck. And it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like my wife, dude, she is such a fucking rock star. And like I have her and I'm like, all right, like I'm good, like
Yeah,
Hmm.
so I'm
absolutely.
I'm 100% with you, dude. It really that significant loss really changes your perspective on a lot of things too. Some
Oh
things
yeah.
that, you before you were like, man, this is so important, and it comes down to it, and it's like, no, it really isn't.
Yeah, it made me find like I really want to be here.
Yeah,
I really want to be in this band. It made me understand that because I didn't let it go because a lot of things did after that.
yeah,
So, you just let a lot of stuff go and it's just like, man, like none of this is gonna bring him back. So like that's like where it gets to. But it's so crazy how like people really, really, really like picked up on like the feeling behind that. Like in the record, like I know what I was saying and like what, but like people actually like reciprocated that, and that's been like crazy to me. Even like what you were saying earlier is just like crazy.
well, it's because like with music, dude, there doesn't have to be anything spoken. I
Yeah,
think when it comes down to it, the best music comes from your heart, your soul, whatever. It's true to you, right?
yeah,
And you don't have to say anything, but that is like the two things that I wholeheartedly believe bring us together is music and food,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
right? Go to a live show.
Absolutely.
I, I don't give a
yeah,
fuck what your political belief or religious belief is. If we're at a show watching a band, we're fucking connected, dude.
Yes.
yeah,
Right? Same thing with food. So like I think the emotion and everything that went into this, to me, it comes across. It is um it's so weird to say. It's everything that I felt dealing with
Mm.
those emotions. And
yeah,
then you get to, the last couple of songs, and there are some moments in there that really like chill out.
yeah,
And I'm like, oh, this was like towards the end of like the major fucking grief. Like, okay, I'm feeling some relief now.
yeah. Man, you get it,
I
bro.
get
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, and then like the when it chills out, and then like you're like, wait, like yeah, they're gone. Like it's life does go on.
Yeah.
It does go on, and that's like my mom always says, like everybody's gonna die, and then you're gonna die.
And life
You
keeps
know?
fucking moving, dude. Like it's as shitty as it is, doesn't matter what happens to me or you guys today. Like life keeps moving on. Ours doesn't, but everyone else's does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's so fucking weird. I
it
have
is.
I have fucking goosebumps right
The
now. Like
mortality. Yeah.
it's
Self-realization.
yeah, it really is, dude. But it's important to remember those fucking people.
yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's that's
Absolutely.
like
this is
you know,
how.
he's in the record, like
Hmm.
forever. that's one thing I love about music too, is like it will live on forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of living on forever, I saw something really fucking funny today. Just to kind of it got real heavy there, and I appreciate that. 100% appreciate that. But I saw an article today. It fucking cracked me up. Aaron Lewis, released like some solo album or something. They didn't sell, so they cut up all the fucking covers and used it as packing for like a Taylor Swift album or something.
Oh, dang.
Dang.
Who like the
Ah,
record company
That's
did
yeah.
or
crazy.
Wow.
oh ooh,
Dang. How you
Damn.
come back from that?
yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I guess it's getting used somehow.
It's like
Yeah,
to
I mean
some extent.
recycling
Yes. So,
I'll hang the towel after that. I'm good. Be like, they use my shit as packing? Oh, God.
game over.
That's
yeah, no
worse
more.
than trash. That's worse than throwing it away.
I don't know. Like they're at least still trying to get branding out there.
I
Yeah.
guess, yeah.
You
Cross
got to get it
promotion.
out there somehow, yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's the shittiest promotion I've ever heard, but whatever. So, so, fuck. I love talking to you guys already. This is fucking great. Um,
We're having a blast.
how often do you guys like get out and play outside of Hotlanta?
I feel like
As often as we can. We're definitely focusing on targeting, more regional shows. Every all if not every month, every couple of months. Like we're working on something. We got something in Savannah in October. Also working on doing like a little Florida run, working that into the same weekend. We've got a show in Athens in September. We've got one in Dalton, which is kind of on the Tennessee line, in August that we're about to confirm. So we have a local one at this place called the Drunken Unicorn on the 10th. Was it 10th or 11th?
that's
Yeah,
coming up.
10th.
Yeah.
That's coming up. Outside of that, we don't have anything booked locally for the rest of the year yet. But kind of like Mike was saying, when we kind of regrouped originally as a three piece before we started writing Liminal, we just played the Atlanta circuit, just ground it and really just kind of reestablished roots, I guess you could say. So, I mean, we love playing Atlanta for sure. And just the whole Southeast region, we've made some really, really good and deep and camaraderie oriented connections with. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I guess to answer your question, whenever we have an opportunity, absolutely. If we don't have anything else going on, and we want to try and space it out as much as we can,
Yeah.
because you don't want to. Maybe I don't want to speak in generalizations here, but you kind of want to play your hometown every so often so that to maximize draw.
Yeah.
Otherwise people would go, well, I've seen them a million times before, kind
I
of
can
thing.
see them
So
next month. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so trying to be like selective with that, but really
It'd be some good shows, man. It'd be good
yeah,
shows.
we take some opportunities whenever we can get them. We just love playing live in general.
I
So
Hell
think for
yeah.
long-term thinking, it's more trying to get a little bit further out now, because like Evan said, like leading up to Liminal and after Liminal, we really focused on the regional, like Southeast and getting closer towards the Northeast. So like we've been talking like in 27, trying to get to like Toronto and like the Midwest, like come to Kentucky, play through Chicago, Milwaukee. I'm originally from
yeah,
Chicago, like getting there, and then my like something we always talk about like that vision board and manifesting is like we want to play Japan and Europe. Like A, want to go there personally, but B, like I don't, speaking for myself, uh I would love it if like all I had to do for 40 hours a week was meet up with these guys and like write music. We'd put out a record every 6 months if we had to do this for like we could. But that's just not the world we live in. So we have to, go and work our
Not
job.
yet.
But so for me, like I already feel like a success because I've done it for so long. Our band is pretty self-sufficient. we've gotten partnered up with THC, and like Jay believes in us and puts out our records and helps us grow there. And like Evan said, all the connections we've made over the last few years is the three-piece. So like,
And even with, not to cut you off, Mike,
yeah,
but even like the response to Noumenon, like we have sort of grown the network, so to speak, just the kindness of people, in like Philadelphia or on the West Coast, just people reaching out to us, just saying how much, the record means to them. And kind of like you were saying, Tom, and how we've all been kind of agreeing, just like how the general like sentiment, the emotionality within the songs is like really what people are connecting with and resonating with people. And they're coming back to us like, hey, if you guys are ever in such and such a city, and we're like, yeah, like as soon as we can, we are there 100%.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I actually, when we get off, I'll send you guys at least one connection for here,
Oh
maybe
man,
Oh yeah,
thank
maybe
you.
a couple.
appreciate it.
Um, 'Cause I'm not like I fucking when I say I love you guys, I'm serious. Like I think you guys would do really well here. We
Thank you,
have
man.
a really good we have we have a great like metal community here.
Oh, I love it.
I would love
So it's
That's an
and
easy one. It's not far. It's like 6.5 hours. Like
yeah.
my dad's at on the west, northwest side of Kentucky, like 6 hours from here.
Was that like over by
Like
Paducah or
Paducah
something?
and Mayfield. He's in the
Yeah.
middle of Paducah and Mayfield.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's like 3 or 4 hours from here.
Yeah, but if we came up, I think like instead of came up.
Instead of going that way, you come up 65 or come up 75 and over 71 or whatever. Yeah. It
So that's an
I'll be
easy.
in yeah, I'll be in Chattanooga here in a couple weeks.
I
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga's
Yes.
great.
Are you guys going to the High on Fire show?
Oh,
No,
They're
we
playing
just
no.
Chat.
Yeah, the
Where in Chattanooga?
24th and 25th.
Like a
Dang.
2-night residency? Nice.
like they did in
But
Atlanta.
yeah, we opened for them earlier this year, and I mean that was
oh,
an incredible experience.
did you meet their tour manager Murph
Oh, I didn't.
I did not. Jay might have, our good friend and label owner.
playing at the Boneyard?
Okay,
Boneyard. That 2 day thing is pretty cool though. They definitely
yeah,
packed that out.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
The So night one, Fairy Ring is playing. They're they're just they're a great band out of Evansville. Those dudes, nicest dudes in the world. They fucking rock, and they have a new album coming out in August. And Blessed Black on night two. Blessed Black is like that is a band I listen to every fucking day.
Yeah.
Um,
okay,
they're I call them just really good fucking rock and roll because that's what it is. And
yeah,
Murph's fucking voice is like he's got such a good and powerful voice. I fucking love them. Um, so I'm coming down to Chattanooga to do fucking 2 nights with,
oh
just to
heck
see
yeah,
what's happening. So I was like, if you guys are gonna be there, maybe we'll go grab a bite to eat or something.
Yeah.
Just
All
say
right.
what are those dates again?
The
The
24th and 25th
of
Of
July.
June,
July.
of July. No, it's the end of June. Sorry,
Yeah.
okay.
days already
Yeah,
passed.
yeah, whatever. I live in the past a lot, so we're all good. So what do you guys like hope for this album? Do you have any like goals or thresholds that you would like to see it meet?
Yeah,
That's a
definitely.
good
Like
question.
piggybacking off of what Mike was saying, just seeing how far it can take us, within the U.S., within the world. We'd like to go overseas. Made a couple of connections over there, just through labels, through just people who have enjoyed the music. So hopefully, we can get that Europe experience and just see that country, the old world or whatever. Lots of beautiful, beautiful, beautiful parts of the world exist over there. at least in pictures. So I've seen. So I would definitely like to experience that firsthand for myself and through the vessel that is Apostle. I mean, that would be a dream come true. A big one for me was seeing Angry Metal Guy review it, the album, and even cooler was that they enjoyed it. So that was a big kind of a lifetime achievement for me because I love that blog. When I started getting into more extreme metal and black metal, that was my resource. I would just read those reviews, take it with a grain of salt. They're pretty good at what they do, so a lot of it is like pretty aptly reviewed. Um, but seeing our name in there was really, really, really cool. I, that made my year, honestly.
Hell yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
the day the record came out that Friday, and like there was no Angry Metal Guy review, and I was like, maybe he'll still, put one. He goes, nah, dude, he usually drops it like a day or two before the record comes
I
out.
had a rare moment of
Like you never know.
second guessing. Usually I'm like, it's good, it's good, it's gonna work out. Like manifest it, we're gonna see it. There, it got a little dicey. But Monday rolled around and I saw it. I called Jay just like ecstatic, screaming into the phone, texted these guys in like all caps. Like, yeah, it was great.
Hell yeah. I always love seeing that. So we have a little label here by a buddy of mine and I, and that two buddies and I. And funny enough, it's also THC. Uh,
Mm.
so
Synchronicity.
yeah, it's so wild. So
Wild.
we do a lot of like
Connected.
Doom. Yeah, we do a lot of Doom. So we always watch like Doom charts. Whenever one of the bands hits the fucking charts, it's just like, ah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
you fuck.
Hometown pride, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Visibility.
yeah, yeah. Woo! We had one show up in New Noise, a review of one
Sick.
of the band's fucking albums, like out of the blue, and everyone's like, "It wasn't the album; it was one of the singles they put out." It was just like, "Fuck yeah!" We didn't even like
Yeah.
push that way, so this is
I'd love to
cool.
see it, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
best.
For real.
But
That's
yeah,
how it spreads, you know?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys have two different colored vinyl, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
they're sick.
What? Yeah, I
I think it's what is it, red or orange and like jade, kind
I
of
have
like,
them right
yeah, pull them out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
They got
I think I'm waiting on the purple one.
Yeah. So
purple is hard.
there was a little, I don't want to say like a mix up at the plant. Some of them don't have as much purple. Some of them have the purple. So it's kind of like, it's just one of those things. It's like,
It's very common, right? Like
yeah, exactly.
you're like, oh, I want these colors. Some of them will come out a lot of colors, some of them not so much.
Right. It's more just kind of like a bells and whistles kind of thing. But I
Yeah.
totally get it being like a vinyl collector myself. Yeah, look at that.
It's like yeah.
That almost looks like you have
turquoise.
like mountains etched in that motherfucker.
Right.
It does. Which I like the little process that they had, turning them into little pebbles, like little
Oh,
different
yeah.
color. I didn't even know that went down like that. I was like, shit,
And
they learning me.
you learn.
Yeah, that's a good. I like that one. It's like
All right.
peach.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all very different though. If I went and grabbed two other ones, like the red on some of them are darker. Like Evan said, some of the ones that have green also do have more purple in them.
That thing making me hungry, bro. Look
It's
good.
a,
I
it's
know,
a
you were
surprise
talking
in every merch shipment.
You were talking about this fucking stock pot earlier, and I'm like, Jesus, I could go for some food right now. I'm so hungry.
Same.
We were talking
Food and
about
music.
we were talking
Yeah.
about the oxtails I got yesterday before we got on and stuff too. I was like, damn, I set myself up. What, you have a purple one,
Maurice
Mike?
is also a maestro in the kitchen.
Oh yeah. Maurice
man.
is some of the best food I've ever eaten in my life.
Thanks, guys.
Not even trying to
I'm a
gas him
weird
up.
eater.
He
You guys
is-
I'm sorry.
He's
You
got
guys
the
are gonna stay
Michelin
with
star
But
like
you're staying with
creativity
me.
and the application.
but the payment is Maurice's cooking for us.
There we go.
Deal.
There we
Give me
go.
Deal. I'm saying
Check
deal on
check
behalf of Maurice.
tacos or the
check me out. Check me out first. You don't know what I'm working with yet.
I will happily be a sous chef in that scenario.
name.
Yeah.
I've ate some pretty weird shit, so I'm up for whatever.
Legitimately, if we come up there, we can do that.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
I
down.
love this.
I don't care if it's 3 a.m. I'll stand over a pot. I don't care.
Right? Let's
Cooking.
fucking
We all like
let's
cooking.
do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
I'll
do
bring
it.
the cocaine. No, I'm just
Hey,
Hey, none of us eating them.
Yeah.
Right. We're just gonna be looking at
Right?
shit.
Like that looks like it's gonna taste good when I sober up. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
We're gonna
the funniest little clip today. Guy goes, "Man, what's your favorite thing to eat?" And people are like, "Oh, Taco Bell and blah blah blah." And they're like, "What's yours?" And he goes, "Cocaine."
start my day.
Oh, jeez.
So weird.
hey man, I get it.
So,
It's like Evan's like Evan doesn't do cocaine, but he
No,
never
I
eats
don't.
with us. He always takes it to go because he wants to eat it later. Every
I've
time.
gotten better about it over the years, but yeah, it was like a weird food tick. Maybe not
What
weird, just
happened?
like a food tick of mine.
what happened?
Evan always orders
How I would like order something to go instead
like
of like enjoying it communally right there.
Oh
Evan
yeah.
have a
I
meal.
feel that though. Sometimes you be on that and I'm like, shit. I should
Want to eat it
eat
all.
right here, right now.
Yeah.
I'm not even
Yeah.
that hungry.
When it's hot and fresh. Yeah.
Evan knows himself. That's what it is.
He's
He's
gonna
like,
go
you
I
know what?
guess.
Hit the air.
Evan, I'm backing you up.
I like to pose food in the privacy of my dark kitchen where nobody can see me eat like
Dude, eat like a
a
prisoner.
bear.
I'm just like
Right.
so fucking weird. Music and food, man. It's the things that bring us together.
Full
Full
There we-
circle.
So, have you guys started working on the next thing?
Funny
Not
enough,
yet, but we're talking about it.
talking about it like the same thing, planting seeds. At the last practice, though,
We kind of we're
Chris did
messing
start
around.
playing a riff that I said, dude, that's the riff. That's going to open the next record.
Yeah.
We are in the examination phase, so we're looking around at stuff and it'll come together.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Start
Yeah,
start collecting our season.
though we want to think about it sooner because with Liminal was the first release on THC, we had a little bit more it got noticed a little bit more, and then we wanted to really focus on like playing that as far as we could. And then that kind of put off writing. Whereas this time I think we feel a lot more confident now having done the 2 records as a 3-piece, where it's like we can practice this record, but also start planting the next plants.
Yeah.
Next
Mhm,
ones.
mhm. Yeah.
We did wait a while and after all that life stuff happened, like try and get the ball rolling after that. It's like, so it's crazy, but
It's trying to fucking jumpstart that mule. Like, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
But it's looking like, again, like I feel like we are always acclimating or adding new processes and stuff like that. So we'll see how it turns out this time. I'm sure. I mean, especially this last time was a huge learning experience, especially with timing and all of that kind of stuff. It's just, but by the skin of our teeth, we got it out.
Yeah.
We had a little more wiggle room than that, but yeah, there were a couple of parts that were what I like to do. I only play one instrument, but I listen to a lot of music, so I wanted to hopefully help arrange some of these ideas. So some of these songs, really one in particular, Oscillating Polarities, I would just kind of lay, and I'm sure the other guys do as well, but just envisioning, splicing the song together, pulling parts of riffs that we, had in the stockpile that we jammed, and like splicing them to eventually make, I guess what you hear as the song Oscillating Polarities. And even some of the other songs on the album were, they didn't come together at the last minute, but putting some of the bells and whistles on the album or on some of the songs was what am I trying to say? I guess Maurice did say by the skin of the teeth, but it was a little bit more calculated than that, but also
Yeah.
part of that learning experience that Mike was saying from Liminal to Numenon. We just got better as songwriters. Ultimately, I think, I hope.
Yeah, I
But
think there's a nice balance because uh Evan and Maurice sometimes have to stop me. I'm like the one that's like 52 seconds, it's hits, let's go, boom, we're done. That's the song. Where Evan and Maurice sometimes like, yeah, well, maybe let's expand on it or let it simmer a little bit. But we do have a nice checks and balances because sometimes I'll be like, no, no, no. All right, we're at 7 minutes. It's a song.
Which,
Like,
but that was, I mean, yeah,
It had to
Addie's
happen.
our
oh yeah,
longest
right.
song that we've ever written. But
yeah,
yeah, sometimes you got to stretch it out like that, and then you have a song like "Illusion of Loss" that's very just like
Yeah.
A B C B A kind of thing. Basic, not basic, but a more straightforward sort of song structure.
yeah,
I
nothing
forgot
you
what
guys
you
do is basic. Let's
he
fucking
said. He said straightforward. I forgot what the hell he just said. I was like, AB who? What?
I'm like bouncing around as I'm bouncing around.
A, B, up, down, left, right.
Oh yeah.
he's
That's
like
funny.
A B. How the fuck does Q get in here?
Yeah,
Right.
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 No,
No,
Yeah.
but I mean, I feel you though, Evan, because remember we had wrote oscillating backwards. Because like
We
the
kind of
start, I was
did.
like, what, how do you
Yeah.
start this? And then we kept
The
writing
Right.
end
new
of the
beginnings.
song was the whole song when we started.
Yeah, the end of the song was the whole song, and everything before that was, I was like,
the-
And that's where, Maurice having a riff that he writes, on his own, and then we come together and we jam it, and then we'll write, just kind of going back to the writing process, we will have those riffs that develop outside of the rehearsal space, and then we'll have those parts of songs that are like, boom, we got it right here in the room. And it's, you know, balancing out those two aspects of, you know, creative impulsivity versus really expanding on an idea and like marrying the two.
Yeah. And as we continue to be more intentional with what we want, and like we really do take time, like we said, we're thinking about it now and writing ideas down and trying, and like we try to get Fabio involved as soon as possible. As soon as there's like shitty phone demos of riffs, we'll start sending them to him so we can start kind of hearing what we're
hold on.
thinking.
Who's Fabio?
He does the
He's he does all the artwork for us.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
he
You
did
told me
all the
that.
artwork on Liminal and all the artwork on Noumenon, and because he just gets it, and as a person he's also just amazing to like know as a human being.
yeah,
So that trying to get him looped in to start sending, like we made a vision board for this one of just like art we liked, themes we thought of, color palettes, and we just throw it at him, and then he takes it all with the shitty phone demos of riffs and stuff, not even fully formed thoughts, no lyrics. Uh, and then he sends us back like a PowerPoint of his early sketches, what his influences are. He sends us like written out text of what he's thinking. Um, and then that'll kind of help us continue to shape on like what we're going. So I think like it gets faster because we're becoming more aware and intentional of what we're trying to do. And when we know what we're trying to do, when we're writing or we hear something, we're like, oh, that's it.
yeah. It
That,
always feels like we're uncovering something together.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. It's
100%.
very fucking direct. You guys obviously have spent years crafting not only the music but the relationships, and now it's like, like I said, this album is, it to me is like the shit before is good, but this is like, oh, that fucking light is like shining. Here it fucking is. And it's you're saying exactly that. Like we found it. Now we're still gonna tweak and learn and build, but this
Mm-hmm.
is, we have the fucking essential process down.
Yep.
Yeah,
The
for
framework.
us, for us, for sure.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, and that's it, obviously it's different with
yeah,
every
yeah.
band, but I think it's so important, that you guys have found that, because sometimes bands they never fucking find that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing too, is like how we always there's like a lot of gratitude here with these guys because we've been in a bunch of different bands. We know how it is. We see different dynamics and how it works. Not to like, skew from the point, but it's just like, man, I'm just super thankful to have that. Just
Yeah,
straight up.
it's so
It's not.
fucking
Me
It's
cool.
too.
it's it's rare.
Me too.
It's rare
It
for sure.
I'm going to tell you. So I've had two interviews today, and both interviews, which is not. It's so fucking weird. Um, Once in a great while, you hear bands who have just a huge respect for each other and are very grateful to be playing music together. And today, both bands, I'm just like, and both bands are very different from each other, which it makes it all the fucking cooler for me.
Yeah.
Like to see the mutual respect. It's
Mm.
amazing.
Well, I think you gotta have be friends first. Ultimately, you gotta like each other,
Well,
and not
that's
just
when
like playing music, but like that's
that's
what.
when it's the most authentic because you're not
Yeah,
afraid to be yourself, right?
Yeah.
I tell
exactly.
Like
these guys all the time, like I'm pretty introverted, but to get on stage and do like what we do, I tell them I have so much confidence in those two that it just gives me confidence being on stage with them. And we make a point, even when we're writing or we're busy, like at least like once a month, we don't practice at one point and we just do a band date. We'll go to dinner, we'll go to someone's house and just hang and like play video games and bullshit, but like not band stuff because
right.
we want to see each other outside of just the practice space.
It's
Hmm.
a
Yeah.
team building
Yeah.
exercise.
Absolutely.
Sure.
So
That's
Yeah.
fuck yeah. That's so cool. That's so fucking cool. Okay. I'm gonna let's start with Mike and then whoever and whoever. Two bands that you think people should listen to.
oh man.
God.
I know I've got to give it to someone to be on the spot. At least the other two have a little time to think
Okay.
about
And
it.
You gotta they
yeah,
have
actually, go ahead,
I,
Mike.
they have to be bands or can it be like a musical artist?
It can be a musical artist.
So I'll do a band and an artist. So for a musical artist, I think everybody should listen to Jay Dilla, specifically the record Donuts by Jay Dilla. For those not familiar, Jay Dilla is a producer and beat maker from the 90s from Detroit, came up with Slum Village, did beats for Common. Kanye West uses all of Dilla's drum samples, yada, yada, yada. But he passed away in the early 2000s from very rare blood disease. And in the hospital, on basically his deathbed, he had them bring in his records and his beat making machine. And he made this record called Donuts. And it's just 31 tracks. They're all like a minute or less. It changed how I viewed music. But like when we talk about like feeling something, the names of the tracks, the samples he chooses, the way the record it starts and ends with the same sample. So if you're playing it on a vinyl and you just keep spinning the record, it would like never stop. And he died 2 days after it came out.
Wow.
And I feel like that record is of an artist that knew he was dying and wanted to tell everybody the story of life and what it was like to look at death and but do it through music and samples. So anyway, Donuts by Jay Dilla for sure.
I gotta go listen to that now. Damn
Uh,
it.
oh man,
Classic.
it's an experience. Like it changed my life like from a music perspective and how I view writing music and listening to music and then just digging into Jay Dilla as a artist just I just fell in love with him. So that and then as far as for a band, oh man. Oh shit, okay. You know what? I'll shout out another local Atlanta band. I want to say our homies in Muelas. If you haven't checked out Muelas, the lead singer, Susie, she's a longtime friend of ours. She's done a lot of our promo photo work. She's done music videos for us. She's just been a constant supporter. And yeah, they started up maybe like a year ago, and like the shit they're doing is just talk about emotional. Like we got to play
They've
with.
already been to Europe. Yeah,
Yeah.
They took
I'm in
off.
my 40s, and I
they
came
did.
out of Mosh retirement when we played with them for their set because I just was standing at the merch table just feeling it. And I said, fuck, I took my shirt off and I was fucking throwing down. And like, I ain't been in the pit in 20 plus years. So yeah, I'll say Muela's and then Dilla's Donuts.
Hell yeah.
You go ahead, Evan.
Okay. All right. Two.
Maurice is still thinking through it. He's like, I
Hell
don't know what
yeah.
to say, motherfucker. Shit.
I got one, but I don't, man.
Do you want to go, Maurice?
No.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. Um, one of my favorite bands in the world. I guess you could. It's a one-man project called Blut aus Nord from France. Um, Atmospheric black metal. It's just the main guy behind it, Vince is a musical hero of mine. He's a genius, incredible songwriter, incredible multi-instrumentalist. He's really been one of the most important figures, I think, in black metal from the second wave up until now. What's going on? You know, he's had a career that spanned maybe 30 years, probably close to 30 years now. I think he wrote his first record when he was like 15. Um, but he's definitely, I think, well known amongst the black metal scene, but just one of the greatest of all time for sure. Love everything that he has done and that Blut aus Nord has done. Can't praise his music, his art enough. Um, And then good friends of ours from Savannah, a band called Lord Carrion. Great group of guys. They're kind of like crusty, they're kind of blackened, but just very high energy, very fast, very visceral. We're playing a couple shows with them. I was mentioning a little thing in October earlier. We're hitting the road with them, getting a couple shows with them and some road experience with them under our belt. So very much looking forward to that. They just released a new single this past Friday. It's called I'm gonna kick myself, Desperate. Hang on, I gotta
Please don't say Desperate Housewives.
no.
That would be perfect.
Hilarious.
1 second. Come on, Spotify. Sorry.
You're fine.
Why did
You
you
are
say Tony Williams?
It was between Blut aus Nord and Tony Williams. That was a tough one.
I'm
But
surprised.
I think Tony Williams probably has a bigger platform. Tony Williams was one of the greatest drummers of all time. One of the godfathers of jazz fusion, the genre in general. But he played with Miles Davis when he was 17. Just another genius, big musical hero of mine. I'm not trying to get three out of it. They coaxed me into talking about Tony Williams. Hang on.
Oh man.
all
My
right, Maurice.
phone does
I would
not want to work
say
for me right now.
I would say
Sorry.
Navy Blue is one of my favorite like rap artists right now. I would say hip hop artists because it's two different things. Not really different, but you know what I mean. Rap and
Yeah.
hip hop is. But it's just like man, the beat selection, the sample selection, along with like the content. It always feels like in his life experience, like he's like one step ahead of me, and I can like go to like that music and kind of like get answers for myself in a sense because he's really like um has a way of explaining things that shows me that he's been through it and like it's far removed. So there's like a processing and chewing phase and then a swallowing phase and like now he's created this like you know I don't know, it just helps me. And then our homies in Euphemia in Coleman, Alabama. Good friend Cass out there. He started up his own venue, and what they were playing in a band called Cashages. Um, but yeah, those are the homies, and I love what they're doing over there. They're starting their own community, and they allow us to be a part of it sometimes. So I had to show some love on that. And honorable mention, Fela Kuti.
The honorable mention. Maurice was not letting Evan be the only one with
No,
three.
Mike, you got
No.
a third one, Mike? Oh, by the way, it's a desperate
Mention,
cruelty. That's
uh,
the name of the Lord Carrion single.
my honorable mention would be Laser Wolves from here in
There
Atlanta
you
too.
go.
Nice,
Okay.
yeah. They played our album release show.
So good.
Awesome guys. We had to
Crazy.
follow them. They are insane musicians.
They're so good. I mean,
I
everybody.
was
Oh,
very nervous,
let me
but
tell
it
you
was
that
it was
that
it was a great night.
that record release show was just like, dang, we gotta
Yeah.
follow these motherfuckers right now. I can't believe
Every single band was like, all right, cool. We got to follow that. We got to follow them.
it.
We got to follow them too.
And it wasn't easy for them either.
I
They had to
guess.
follow the one before them.
Hey,
That's,
Great,
that's so,
great,
what a
great night.
sign of like a great fucking community though, when every band is just like crushing. I feel like, now, I've been going to shows for 40 something years now. And like local shows, the bands now are better than I honestly than I think they've ever fucking been. Like as a whole,
Hmm.
back in the fucking 90s, like there was some good locals, but then there were some really fucking bad locals too. And it was a good 50-50 mix. And now there might be one or a couple of not so good bands, but there's a lot of really, really good fucking bands.
Oh yeah.
You done really seen some shit being going to shows that long. What was like the craziest like I don't even know how to ask this. Like what
So uh, my introduction to live music was Michael Jackson on the Thriller tour.
That's what's
man,
up.
and I'm just coming off of a Michael Jackson compilation from earlier in the day, bro. Like that's
I love Mikey.
It sets the bar. He
King,
set the
man.
bar so high, and it's I don't remember the show because I was like seven maybe.
yeah.
But I remember leaving going, oh my fucking God.
That's incredible.
Like, so I've seen I've been to well over 1,000 shows. Um I I do. It's so fucking weird. Sometimes I get lucky and I'm able to travel to go see a band. Um I saw Deftones in a 700 cap room in '03.
Wow.
You could sell your eyeballs on eBay for
Yeah.
some good for some change, man.
Even
You
then,
know,
like now they're, then they were then too playing
That's
stadiums, but
wild.
like a 700 cap room probably felt super intimate.
That's
oh,
wild.
dude, and it was like there's I think at least 1,000 people in that fucking room.
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah.
oversold it to all hell, which is like cool, whatever, because there were only 1,000 of us, or however many people were actually there for that experience. So
Hmm.
that was really cool. I saw I took my niece to a show in Nashville 6 years ago, 7 years ago. I don't, it was either right after or right before COVID, and she wanted to go see Bring Me the Horizon, and I was like, nah, okay, like I'll take you because like it's your birthday.
Hmm.
But I saw Fever 333, which was like my first experience, and that was a fucking wild ass live experience too.
Yeah.
Even
That is
Um,
insane.
Steven Harrison, the guitarist, played for Fever 333 then. He's got his own thing going now. I forget what it's called. He played for the Chariot, but he's a Georgia guy.
yeah,
I actually went to high school with him.
yeah,
oh, nice.
You did?
Yeah.
yeah.
Man.
Back in those
We
Richmond.
briefly played music
Call Evan the
together,
plot thickens.
briefly for like, you know, a couple of months and then went our separate ways kind of thing.
He didn't got
It,
that
Just to
name
kind
for a
of like
while.
show you like how small the world like really is.
well, and dude, I don't think enough people understand like how small it really is. Like when you get out and you start going to shows and you travel to a lot of shows, what you what you find is I always make the joke like there's only 12 of us in the whole fucking world that go to these shows because it literally doesn't matter. You go to fucking Indianapolis and you hang out with your people, and it's the same people you hang out with in Cincinnati and Louisville and Atlanta and Detroit and Chicago and New York. So
Yeah.
don't be a fucking douchebag to people because everyone knows everyone.
Right.
You
Amen.
know,
For real.
and it's really cool to like make those connections. I was at a post rock festival last year, and I met
Sick.
two really fucking awesome people, Pete and Jamie. They're tattoo artists from. Oh, you guys just switched on my screen. That was fucking weird.
I saw-
I think that was my bad.
that was you, Maurice. Yeah, well, that was
I don't
an
know
old
what
picture. Older picture.
What?
So
I don't know.
they're tattoo artists out of Georgia. I think they're in Savannah, maybe.
Okay.
But we met and we were chatting, and it turns out we know a bunch of the same fucking people, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is
It's
why you
insane.
just want to be good people.
Power of music, man. Connection.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay. Holy fuck, I've had such a good time chatting with you dudes.
Oh, thank you.
We have too.
You
Yeah.
as well,
I mean,
man.
it's
Great.
been over an hour, just like it was nothing, just chatting, man.
Yeah.
Just really, really
Those
thankful
are the
that
best.
you gave us this opportunity, Tom.
Oh, dude, no, thank you for allowing me the time, because time is the most valuable thing that we have. Once it's gone, we never get it back. So,
Sir.
super, super honored that you guys and anyone allows me time. So,
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
And thanks for man, this was a real conversation. So I really just appreciate that from the get-go.
Yeah, thanks for sharing with us everything that you've gone through and what you do, and just being one of the good ones out there that helps connect people through music.
Yeah.
dude, the world there's enough shit on fire and burning down. Let's fucking,
Need some positivity.
yeah.
Yeah.
And let's be real with each other, because
Yep.
I don't want to fucking piss on your back and tell you it's raining. Bullshit. If we don't, you know what I mean? Like, if we don't click, we don't click. But
Yeah.
like, fuck, it is what it is. Okay. I'm gonna rock because I am fucking starving right now.
Same here.
Thank you
Yes.
so much, Tom.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
When I get the
Tom.
vinyl, I will be ripping it a few times immediately. So
Love it.
Can't wait.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Shoot us a picture, tag us. We wanna share and you sharing it, and just keep the
hell yeah,
the fire going, the wheels moving forward.
for sure. And I'm gonna I'll send you contact right now on your Instagram for Magbar. All right.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Tom, thanks so much.
Hell yeah. Have a great night, guys.
You too,
Thank
man.
you.
See ya.